Hi, Peter Jones, author, property investor, ex-chartered surveyor, and a question which I'm regularly asked is, how much deposit do I need for a typical buy-to-let property? Well, the simple answer is a typical buy-to-let loan has a 75% loan to value. Now, just to be clear about that, when the bank look at any deal you bring to them, that will be 75% of the lower of the purchase price or the value. So for example, if you find a £100,000 property and you buy it for £75,000, they won't lend you £75,000, which would be 75% of the £100,000, which is the value. They'll lend you 75% of the purchase price, which is £75,000. So something to be aware of. It's the lower of the purchase price or the value. And a typical LTV is 75%, but things do change. There are lenders who potentially will lend 80 or 85%, which can be very useful if you want to get more cash out of a deal to recycle it and do more deals. But as I record this video, it's October 2020. We're going through the crisis, and when the crisis first hit, many banks became slightly worried about lending. They rode back a little bit. Some sort of tightened their criteria, including reducing their loan to values. They reduced, some of the banks went down to 60% LTV. Now those have crept up over the last few months, so we're back up to typically 75% loan to values, but we're not quite back yet to 80 or 85%. But hopefully in time, as hopefully we begin to recover from the crisis and get through the crisis, those loan to value rates will come back, so watch out for that. The key thing is to have a good broker. A good broker can give you advice around all of this and tell you what's happening in the market and let you know when the higher rates come back, the higher loan to values come back, if that's important to you. If you haven't got a broker and you want a broker, you can email me at thepropertyteacher@gmail.com. The, very important, book, you put that bit in, thepropertyteacher@gmail.com, and I'll introduce you to my broker. But typically we're talking about a 75% loan to value for a typical buy-to-let. And if you come over to my website, www.thepropertyteacher.co.uk, and click on Learning with Peter, you'll find loads of great resources, including my best-selling home study course, The Successful Property Investor's Strategy Workshop, in which I'll take you through how I started my property business with literally none of my own money and bought £2 million worth of property in just 4 years and replaced my day job with passive income from the portfolio. It took me 4 years of trial and error to learn the best way to do this, but because I'm going to show you everything I did right so that you can copy it, and everything I did wrong so that you can avoid it, I'm sure you can achieve far more than me and far more quickly. So please visit my website for full details of this and all of my other resources. If you found this video useful, please like, follow and subscribe, and then we can keep in touch and I can send you even more great content. And until next time, here's to successful property investing.